At its core, the race to the bottom is what happens when capitalists compete with each other, not by raising standards, but by lowering them. The capitalists cannot survive by being more humane. They survive by being more ruthless. Bosses cut wages, reduce benefits, and stretch working hours because cheaper labor means cheaper production. If one capitalist slashes pay, others are forced to follow or risk being outcompeted. When workers in one country fight for better standards, companies simply move production to places where labor is cheaper and unions are weaker. This pits workers of different nations against each other, fueling division instead of solidarity. Cutting corners on worker safety saves money. Dumping toxic waste into rivers costs less than responsible disposal. Firing workers who organize is cheaper than allowing them to build power. Every cost-saving measure is really a theft from the people and the planet. Capitalism isn't a system of choice, it's a system of compulsion. Each capitalist must maximize profit or risk being devoured by their competitors. They cannot choose to be ethical in the long run. A boss who raises wages out of kindness will simply lose business to the one who doesn't. So the race to the bottom is not some accident or corruption of the system, it is the system. The race to the bottom is the capitalist class's way of chaining us to their survival. Workers are made to believe they must accept misery to stay competitive. But the truth is, the capitalists survive by racing us into ruin, while we survive by refusing to run their race. The only counter to the race to the bottom is organization and internationalism. When workers across industries and across borders unite, the bosses can no longer pit us against one another. A strike in one factory becomes a strike across an industry. Solidarity in one nation becomes solidarity across nations. This is why revolutionaries say, an injury to one is an injury to all. Workers of the world unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. So in simple terms, the race to the bottom is capitalism devouring itself by dragging workers down. Socialism flips the script. Instead of competing to see who can suffer most cheaply, we cooperate to lift each other up. Like, share, and subscribe for more.